What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Brown, and this is the ashsaiditshow. We appreciate all of the love and support, over 2,000 episodes since 2014, and none of this is possible without you guys. So I thank you so very much for all of the support, all the love, all the shares and the cares. It makes a difference. And today I have a very special guest with us. We've got founder and CEO of Stay Strange Apparel, the wonderful Ryan Cameron. Hey, Ryan.
Hi.
How
so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for coming through, because I've been hearing through the grapevine about this brand and about Stay Strange Apparel. I was like, wait a minute, let me look up to see who this is, what they're doing, what is going on. So let's get that origin story. How did things start?
Oh my gosh. It's so layered. So I've always had a passion for psychology, mental health. Pretty much in high school is when I kind of discovered that that was the field I wanted to go into. My younger brother has autism spectrum disorder. So for the longest time, it was basically a motivation of trying to understand his brain and I wanted to know what he thought. Because I just really, we were very close growing up, and a lot of times I would kind of advocate for him, tell my parents what he wanted. They called me his translator. So it kind of the field kind of chose me. And as somebody who's neurodivergent myself, I have ADHD. So I know what it feels like to have a certain disorder or disability and have people put you in a box. So strange, weird, all the synonyms of that word were things that I heard a lot about my brother and about myself growing up. And so the whole point of Stay Strange is to turn it into, strange should be it's not a bad thing, right? There's no such thing as a normal brain. No. All of us process things differently. Everybody's kind of quirky or different in their own way. And so Stay Strange is just a testament to, embrace your unique qualities. There's nothing wrong with being autistic. There's nothing wrong with having ADHD and processing information differently. It just kind of aims for an inclusive environment. And a lot of times, especially in the psych field, Black people are not represented in those spaces. We don't talk about the intersection of being Black and being autistic and being ADHD. It's very rare that we hear those conversations. So Stay Strange is supposed to be a start to that conversation. So I made my first shirt freshman year of college, officially released it in 2017. Then started coming out with hoodies, and then it kind of evolved into okay, let me sell these shirts for causes, because I'm I want to get involved. I don't want it to just be a clothing brand. So the most recent thing that we worked on was a shirt for Matthew Rushin, who was a young Black man on the autism spectrum who was wrongfully convicted for a non-fatal car accident. They coerced him into a plea deal, and his story is actually, it's very inspiring. I felt for his mom, because she was kind of pulling it all together by herself with the help of his sisters. And so I reached out and asked if I could sell a shirt and give the proceeds to Matthew's cause. And so I think that shirt garnered a lot of attention, and it became something so much bigger. I'm okay, well, now I have to find, another cause to look out for. So it's just finding that intersection between race and an inclusive community, because a lot of times we don't talk about that. I hope that wasn't too long-winded.
No, that was perfect. No, that was perfect. That is just what I wanted to get into next. So as far as, you're a college freshman and you're in school and you've got this amazing idea and you're pulling it together. For you, what would you say was the biggest challenge?
Oh my goodness. They don't tell you how much money you're going to lose as an entrepreneur first. And at 18, 19, that was something I was not prepared for at all. I was okay, it's going to be fine. I'm going to drop these shirts. Everyone's going to love them. It doesn't go that way. And I'm sure a lot of business owners can attest to that. So, yeah, that was probably the biggest challenge. Getting the word out was also just trying to find a way to, like, reach people.
Right.
So trying to make the social media page, like, very attention-getting and exciting. I had to revamp it, like, 3 times. Just also finding an audience, you know, that would understand where I was coming from as far as, like, the purpose of the brand. And just really getting the word out there. And once I found my footing, it became easier. But that first year was...
Yeah.
Because I was a kid. I really just thought it was just gonna let's go start this brand. No, that's not how it works at all.
Not in the least. But I think that's the story of all entrepreneurs. Like, you're gonna have to pivot several times. Like, it's not like, oh, I just made one change in the first year. It's like, as you continually go, like even me during the show, it's changed formats so many ways, so many different times. So it's just being able to pivot and, you know, and know that, okay, well, this pivot didn't work. Let me try something else, and just never giving up. I think that's a really big part of the story. Really big part.
I agree.
Yeah. So, okay, so let's shift into what has been your proudest moment with the brand. What sticks out to you?
Honestly, 2 things come to mind. Probably saying the first time it ever garnered, like, a lot of support was my sophomore year of college. I put it in, like, the school fashion show. The shirt, of course, had my brother's face on it. So people were wondering, like, what this logo was, who the kid on the shirt is. And it's a conversation starter. And I remember after I did the fashion show, I FaceTimed my brother, and I had, like, all the models, like, wearing the merch. And he beamed. Like, he literally, it was the biggest smile I've ever seen. And that was like, okay, like, everything's worth it. Like, he was so excited.
I love that.
I don't think he was expecting. I mean, I told him, like, what it was, like, the brand, and, you know, he was fully on board. But I just think that was a big moment for him and me, because seeing him light up like that was like, okay, all right, that's why I'm in it. Like, that's the whole reason. So, like, losing all that money was worth it. Rushing orders, all that stuff, shipping stuff out myself. When I was in college and barely had any money myself, but still making sure that my customers, you know, got their products. And it became stressful, but when that day, like, seeing him just smile over FaceTime, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it clicked. Okay.
Yes.
All right, it wasn't that bad.
But it comes together in the end. That's the main thing. It always, it finds a way of working itself out. So I think that's really amazing. I love that. Now, what would you say is going to be the next phase of Stay Strange Apparel? What do you foresee for your company?
I am really trying to get into more of the activism aspect. I really felt empowered with just, like, designing a product for Matthew in his case. And I know that there are others out there like him. And so my next phase is to try and really, like, be in these rooms and be in these communities and actually be present and not just, you know, donate my money to a cause, to actually go seek people who need or who are looking for some sort of advocacy. Because not everybody has the resources to be able to hear their case heard or be able to hear their situation understood from all viewpoints. And so I'm kind of shifting into more of an activism role. So I'm thinking of products now that will solely be for a specific cause. And it's going to be expensive for sure.
Yeah, but it's going to be worth it.
Really, that's where my heart's at right now, I think. If that makes sense. Like,
no, it does. It does. It's going to come together. Like, sometimes, like, our minds work so just differently. And, you know, we have all these amazing ideas and things inside of us. And sometimes it's hard to translate that to other people because you're the one that's seeing, you're the one that has the vision. So when you're trying to like explain it to other people, they're like, okay, I don't get it. I don't see it. You're not supposed to. Okay. Just sit back and wait.
Right. You're like, it makes sense in my head.
Exactly. Exactly. That's all that matters. That is all that matters. Now, Ryan, what is available on the website today? Like, what can people go on there and see and purchase?
So our classic shirts are always available. That's like the black and white. Those are my first two designs. Yeah. I call them the classics. We have some hoodies that are also available. I know it's getting hot, so the T-shirts may be more popular right now, as well as the Black Autistic Lives Matter shirt, which is still up and running. The proceeds are still going to Matthew. He is actually out and released, but of course he's going to need stuff for, you know, reintegrating into society, getting back on his feet. He lives with his mom right now. So I want to still support him. I want that product to solely be reserved for him moving forward. And so those are the major products that are on the website right now. Of course, I'm back in the drawing board, coming up with new things, trying to make it more inclusive, like more designs that we can wear year round. A spring collection, not spring collection, but like a fall collection for hoodies and things like that. But the classic products are still available, and I'm still shipping out orders. It's cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's all the products that are on there are available for purchase.
Cool beans. Now, last but certainly not least, what advice do you have for the next generation of young entrepreneurs?
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Say it. Yes.
Stay in your own lane. Look at you. Be where your feet are. Don't try it. And I think social media, like the rise of social media, has become just a whole nother layer of like just comparing yourself. Yeah. If you have to take a social media break and just not look, that's fine. Like, you know, because a lot of people are going to be in different places than you are. Don't rush it. Don't expect to be making six figures right out the gate. It's not realistic, and that's okay. It happens for some people, but if it doesn't happen that way, that's fine too. Just stay on your own path is like the biggest thing that I've learned. Don't try and align your goals and views with other people because they're not walking. They're walking in their own journey, and you have to walk in yours.
Say it. Say it.
So yeah.
I love it. Ryan Cameron, thank you so much for joining us today. We certainly appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. And let everyone know where they need to go to, you know, to get apparel and to follow you guys.
Yes. So the website is staystrangeclothing.bigcartel.com. And then the Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff is all the same. It's Stay Strange Apparel.
Awesome, awesome. Much more success to you and the whole team, Ryan. Keep up the good work. You know, you got to come back and share. I know you got some stuff in the mix. You know, we couldn't talk about it today. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you in the lab cooking. I know how y'all do.
Yes.
You in the lab cooking.
I'm in the lab. I'll be back.
So you're more than welcome back on the show. I know there's going to be new announcements and stuff going on. So definitely keep me in the loop with that. Certainly.
I definitely will. Thank you so much for this.
Not a problem. And to everyone else that's listening and that checked in the show, thank you so much for your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.